We are here, myself and the lovely Zilla. Can you all hear me? Thank you very much. So myself and the lovely Zilla, we are here to take a citation for our panelists and moderators. Okay. So our first panelist, I will implore you to rise on your feet as I take your citation, Miss Adeshewa Ajibade. Thank you. Okay. Miss Adeshewa Ajibade is a public health professional driven by genuine desire to understand health challenges and improve lives through evidence and compassion. Her journey in public health began with community outreach and health education, where she witnessed firsthand gaps in access, awareness, and care experiences that shaped her commitment to epidemiology and research. Currently pursuing a master's degree in public health epidemiology, she has worked across research, health promotion, and community based interventions, using data and storytelling to inform action. Looking ahead, Ms. Adeshewa is passionate about contributing to impactful public health research and programs that promote equity, preventive care, and inclusive health education. She aspires to be part of initiatives that influence policy, strengthen health systems, and create lasting change in underserved communities. Join me as I welcome Ms. Adeshewa Ajibade to the stage.
Okay, our next panelist is
Which of them?
Mrs. Busayo Adedoyi. I'd like you to be on your feet. Mrs. Busayo. Mrs. Busayo Adedoyi, a business development and strategy expert, as well as a skilled virtual assistant with a passion for building ideas into impactful ventures. She is a mom to her one and only AJ and proudly describes herself as a kindred spirit who truly does the most. Beyond her professional work, Busayo runs an online kitchen and a cocktail line, projects born from her love for cooking, which she happily calls a hobby turned business. She is happily married and brings warmth, creativity, and strategic thinking into everything she does. So if our hands are not too busy, I'd like us to give a warm applause to her. Thank you.
Thank you once again. For our next panelist, I'd like to invite Mr. Emmanuel Bakari to be on his feet. And come forward, please. Mr. Emmanuel Bakari. Okay. Let's keep clapping till he comes forward. Thank you. Okay. Mr. Emmanuel Anoluwapo Bakari is a creative professional, media entrepreneur, and entrepreneurship educator. He is the creative director of BGC Media and Lifestyle Limited, a visual storytelling brand based in Ibadan and Lagos. He holds a master's degree in entrepreneurship education, bachelor's degree in philosophy, and a certificate in film and television production, a combination that shapes his thoughtful approach to life, business, relationships, and decision making. Mr. Emmanuel is happily married to Mrs. Grace Anu Bakari, and together they are raising their son with love and intentional parenting. Drawing from personal experience, biblical principles, and real life lessons, he's passionate about conversations around business, ethics, healthy relationships, marriage, and emotional responsibility. His understanding of philosophy of human nature and of social change, coupled with over 15 years of leadership experience, has helped him in guiding people during critical decision-making process. He loves shooting love stories, weddings. His art desire is to see young people live in peace, build relationships that reflect God's design, and have financial security. Join me as I welcome Mr. Emmanuel Bakare to the stage.
Okay, next we'll meet Mr. Olaoye Olaoluwaseun. Olaoye Olaoluwaseun Olakunle is a distinguished native of Ikosu Ekiti in Mobile local government area of Ekiti State. My apologies, please. He is a Bachelor of Laws degree holder, presently awaiting call to the Nigerian bar, whose academic and professional trajectory reflects intellectual discipline, ethical clarity, and an abiding commitment to the rule of law and public service. He is currently serving in the Nigerian Army at the 2nd Division headquarters, where he is attached to the Legal Services Department and functions in the capacity of a court martial. In this role, he operates within a highly regulated institutional framework, applying legal principles to procedural compliance, disciplinary processes, and the orderly administration of justice, thereby reinforcing due process and institutional accountability. His leadership and organizational competence were earlier demonstrated during his National Youth Service Corps program at the Iseyi Orientation Camp, Oyo State, where he was appointed overall parade commander of the camp. This appointment reflected a high degree of trust in his judgment, discipline, and command responsibility. In further recognition of his exemplary conduct and service, he was honored as an outstanding corps member and issued a formal letter of recommendation by the NYSC headquarters, Abuja, an exceptional institutional endorsement. Within the Faculty of Law, his academic distinction was both sustained and meritorious. He emerged as overall best public speaker at the Faculty of Law in 2023 and was twice honored as Best Muta in 2021 and 2023. Faculty of Law, Ekiti State University, demonstrating exceptional advocacy skills, forensic reasoning, and persuasive clarity. He served as presiding judge for students across the 200 to 400 levels and later attained the office of Chief Judge of the Faculty of Law at the 500 level, positions that required sound judgment, impartiality, and firm adherence to legal principles. He was also consistently awarded overall best dressed of the Faculty of Law from, from 200 to 500 level, reflecting professionalism, courtroom etiquette, and respect for legal tradition. Beyond undergraduate legal training, he has contributed to legal and academic development as a lecturer at the Institute of Preparatory Class, Obafemi Awolowo University Center, Ado Ekiti, where he mentored students in analytical thinking, legal preparedness, and academic discipline. He holds professional certifications in law, security studies, artificial intelligence, military studies, and professional public speaking, evidencing a modern legal outlook and an appreciation of the evolving interface between law, technology, and security governance. His professional interests his professional interests include advocacy, structured legal writing, procedural administration, ceremonial protocol, and public speaking. He is a seasoned writer, project manager, and master of ceremonies for formal and professional events where precision, clarity, and decorum are indispensable. He maintains a deliberate professional aspiration to qualify and serve as a naval lawyer within the Nigerian Navy, with the objective of applying legal expertise to military operations, maritime security, and institutional discipline in furtherance of national and international legal obligations. Beyond legal line, he's an active member of the Seventh day Adventist Church, and in particular, the Adventist Youth Ministry, where he's currently serving as the Federation President of Ado Ishe Emure Federation and the Parade Commander of Ekiti Conference. Olaoye Olaoluwaseun Olakunle exemplifies the ideals of the legal profession, competence, integrity, discipline, and remains committed to continuous professional development and meaningful contribution to the advancement of justice and the rule of law. Please let us put our hands together for him. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you once again. Here we have our panelists. On to the people that will be moderating the session. I'll employ Mr. Olawale Olaniyi Samuel to be on his feet as I take his citation. Let's continue clapping. Thank you. Okay. Mr. Olawale Olaniyi Samuel is a civil and structural engineering professional with a strong academic and practical background in infrastructure development, structural design, and sustainable engineering solutions. He earned a Bachelor of Technology in Civil Engineering from Ladoke Akintola University of Technology, Lautech. He has hands-on experience in structural design, construction supervision, and infrastructure assessment gained through work with consulting firms, construction companies, and telecommunications service providers. He is the founder of OOS Projects Limited, a company operating in the civil engineering and construction industry, providing engineering, construction, and project delivery services for infrastructure and real estate development with a strong focus on sustainable infrastructure and green engineering practices. He also has strong leadership and mentorship experience, having served as president of the Nigeria Association of Adventist Students, NAHAS, Oyo State, between 2021 and 2023, where he represented the association at national engagements, led strategic initiatives, and coordinated large-scale student programs. Earlier, he served as organizing secretary of the Adventist Student Fellowship, ASF Lautech. Join me as I welcome Mr. Olawale Olaniyi to stage.
Okay, the last but not the least, we'll meet another moderator, Miss Rachel Dada. Rachel Dada is a medical doctor, writer, and editor who describes herself as a woman of many interests who is actively pursuing quite a number of them, an aspiring child and adolescent psychiatrist, and a fervent preacher of the There is No Health Without Mental Health gospel. Rachel co founded the Psychiatry Interest Group Africa, PIGA, to help solve the mental health treatment gap problem in the continent, and is presently the deputy executive director of the organization. She is equally passionate about studying the neuroscientific and genetic basis of mental illnesses, and currently serves as neurogenomics A team lead at the consortium of genomics students and young researchers in Africa, where she contributes to genomics research. Rachel also works as a writer and editor and is the editorial lead at Police, an organization dedicated to fostering interest, awareness, and action with regard to public policies and governance in Nigeria. When Rachel is not working on being a clinician, scientist, or writing, she enjoys sleeping, listening to classical music, and reading books, including fiction, biographies, memoirs, and poetry. Let us put our hands together for Miss Rachel Dada.
Okay, here we have our panelists and the moderators. So,
All right. Happy Sabbath, everyone. Um, I hope we've been enjoying the program since the beginning. But I would like you to please, before we start anything here, I would like everyone in the congregation to give a resounding applause to the organizers of this program for a wonderful job well done. Please give it to them. Yes. All right. So before we are going to start, and we are not going to take much of your time, but we are going to be having meaningful conversations. You know, we are living in a climate now that times has changed. Love at the age of our parents is now very much different to what we have. And as we have cause of life, financial stability, health, relationships, both social and different kind of relationships. So we are going to be looking at relationship um, as Christians, as lovers today. And I would like you to please sit back, relax, please smile, and let us enjoy this moment. I pray God is going to help us in Jesus' name.
All right. Good morning. Oh, good afternoon. It just became afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. And like you said, we're going to be having a panel discussion. And you're probably like, they've already been talking enough, so we'll go straight to the point. Hello to my panelists. It's lovely to meet all of you, and it's lovely to have you here. And to start off, we're talking about healthy love in a broken world. And, it feels like there are different perspectives. Thankfully, the organizers, again, kudos to them. We have both the unmarried represented here and the married. We also have both males and females represented here. So this question will be for all panelists. Would like to know, how do you define healthy love and what exactly makes it healthy? Is it the dates you go on? Is it the communication? Is it the respect? What exactly? Sorry. Okay. All right. Thank God for that. So what exactly do you think makes it healthy love? And for the purpose of this panel discussion, let's just also have a 3-minute rule of some sort. So we try and keep to time. So we'll start with you, Ma.
Can everyone hear me? Yeah. Okay, so for me, healthy love is intentional love. It's more than just words. Love is an action word. You have to show it. You can't be saying all the sweet things and then you not doing sweet things. So an action word, and yes, you show the love through action, and it's not toxic. It's not controlling. It's not jealous, as all our mothers and fathers have said. It's not obsession. It's just genuine. And First Corinthians has explained what LD love is all about: patience, um, kindness, perseverance, and all that. So put your words in action. Show that you genuinely love this person through kind words and your actions as well. So it doesn't just end in words. You have to show it. So that's what LD love for me means.
Thank you, Ma. We'll still come back to talk about what toxic love that you mentioned is, but over to you, Ma.
Okay, good afternoon, church. So what I understand as healthy love will be non-transactional love. So we live in a world where people do things to get things back in return. It's based off of transaction. Nobody is being kind to the next person just because, oh, this is the right thing to do, or this is how it should be done. People do things these days based off of what I can get back in return. So what I will term as healthy love is non-transactional love. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ma. We heard from the women, so Mr. Bakari.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to put it this way, in line with what the two earlier speakers said. Healthy love happens to be selflessness. Then we'll talk about commitment. Then we'll talk about respect. And like Nancy Van Pelt will put, it's a heart-to-heart communication, a free communication where you communicate freely without harboring issues.
Thank you, Mr. Bakari. Mr. Olaoye, please.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. So I'll say from my home point, healthy love, is not how someone meets. I believe it is how they help you grow. And attraction may bring two people together, but character sustain relationship. So I would say that healthy love is not self-centered. It is actually goal-centered. Healthy love is not selfish. Of course, it is selfless, like they say. And I also believe that it is stable and not dramatic. It's not supposed to be dramatic. It's supposed to be stable. And my last point is it's rooted in values and not just the vibes alone.
All right. Thank you so much for your honest answers. All right. So my question right now will be: we've actually defined what healthy love means to us. The values that makes a love healthy. So I'm coming from the point that does the environment has a toll or effect on what healthy love truly should be? All right, let's start from that end and then we come.
I would like us to start from, ladies first. I actually don't know why I'm the last speaker here, but
Okay, he has said to pass. Okay, I'm still not accepting, so we'll go to Mr.
let's
Bakari.
just allow the married men among
Oh,
us
wow.
to go first. Yeah.
Nice save. So, Mr. Bakari, please.
Okay. Let me quickly bring this in. I will humbly advise that as we are all here, either you are an Adventist or a non-Adventist, if you can lay your hands on Adventist home, please read. If you can lay your hands on heart-to-heart communication, please read. Just go and read. Now, the home happens to be where the society is go. Am I making sense? And there's this thing that is going on now. I'm loved at home. Those of us that are familiar with social media stuff, this one is not loved at home. This one is loved at home. So definitely, if you are loved at home, it will reflect in your character and it will affect the person you are handling with. Am I making sense? So if you are not loved at home, then you will constitute nuisance in the society. And someone like our children that we are trying to train now, your own children will now come and be bread go on lumi obeje. Do you understand that? We are not all Yorubas, right? And so the society, the environment has a long way to go in shaping our lifestyles and how we do. And me and my wife, we are from different backgrounds. So it now takes intentionality and the healthy love principles we've all mentioned to sustain what is left.
Okay, so the question says how the environment influences healthy love. So it's like you said, we as individuals, we all go from or grew from different, completely abstract backgrounds. And the society we live in presently is no longer so kind, like I earlier mentioned. So the environment as it is now is fast-paced. People are on the rush, wants to do things quickly, aspiring to pursue your career. Nobody is waiting to say, oh, is this person I'm running the race with catching on? Or what's going on with this person? We now live in an age where people see caring for their fellow person or their next person as being weak. These were not the norms. And these are the kind of environments some people have grown in, not by choice, some by choice. Now, how does this influence love? I would give a practical example, it will make more sense. Two completely different individuals cannot run a race together without having a common goal. Now, what do I mean? I might come from a different background. Say I grew up in a home where my parents are separated. I'm giving an example. And I am to be with a partner or I am in love with a partner, or I have attraction towards a partner that grew from a home that the mother and father, are present. When we have misunderstanding, my first trigger point will always be to take flight, which will come to me naturally. Now, on the other hand, this person, when we have conflicts, their first thought or first prompt is to, let's sit down and talk about it. These two individuals have two different perspectives to the situation on ground. It's why I said, if we practice a non-transactional love, things will be much more easier. Now, if I am on the other end, coming from a separate home and a background that believes when there's a misunderstanding, everybody goes their separate way. Oh, thanks for trying, thanks for this, and everybody moves on. If I am kind enough, I can try to see, what perspective is this person coming from on this particular situation? That is me suppressing the influence of environment on me. I'm being kind enough. It's okay. Now, we've tabled all this down. I'll try and keep it within 3 minutes. We've tabled all this down. I want to try and see things from your own perspective. I want to try and see things from why you feel this way about this situation. Which brings us to what he said, communication. I want to see from your own eyes how you see the situation, and that way we can forge forward. Of course, environment will influence love. Environment will change the dynamics of love, but it is up to us as individuals to break that cycle. It's not easy. Another scenario would be someone coming from, maybe practically now, I am a firstborn. My husband is the firstborn. I have issues asking for help. I don't know how to. I'm still learning. It's just, I'm used to doing, right? And it's just difficult to say, it's very difficult. That's an environment. That's the influence it has on me. Now, I am to take intentional decisions to work on that. And I think that's what love is about, when you are intentional about something. So yes, the environment will influence it, but it's still up to us as individuals to make it work. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the perspectives of the married people. That's been very insightful. Bringing it down to the unmarried people, something we can relate with more. Especially if you're still trying to find a partner and still on the environment, you go on social media and someone just comes and says, I beg, all men cheat. If you say your man is not cheating, you've just not found out. Or you come online and then you see, you cannot say that gay people are not, normal, and that's still love. And then you still come online, yes, and you see people say everybody go chop breakfast, whether you like it or not. And a popular musician also, alluded to that. So how exactly do you try or work towards not internalizing those misnormals that seem like normal, seems like the society has made normal? How do you not internalize it? How do you separate it from who you are as as an unmarried person, trying to find that healthy love? How do you not internalize it? So I'll start with Ms. Adishawa.
Okay, I am single, so from single perspective, how do I not internalize it? The first is to love myself. Yes. If you don't love yourself, you cannot love someone else. As Pastor said earlier, you cannot give what you do not have. So the first is to love myself, and I'm going to be very practical here. The environment you mentioned is very key, because I'm living in an environment where worlds are colliding. As she has mentioned, like different worlds. So seeing my friend's marriage or my parents' marriage or what is happening on TikTok or Instagram or other social media platforms, seeing the negativity, because it's all negative, like the negative regarding marriage topic a lot of people have a lot negative things to say regarding it. So seeing all that and leave social media aside, what I'm seeing on a daily basis is I can say, oh well, I don't want to get married. I had that mindset before, like I don't want to get married. I don't want to be in any form of relationship, committed relationship, because I have seen what it has done on people. I don't want that. And as Pastor said earlier, check your personality type. My personality type, my attachment style when I checked it was fearful avoidance. I run away from the slightest difficulty. You are doing any, I don't want to talk about it. You said communication. No, I don't want to communicate. Let me pack my bag and be going. So I had to relearn. Yeah, and it took me entering my current relationship to relearn, because I was the type of person that the phone is ringing, I would not pick. And I'll later pick. Like, he'll call again or later when I'm ready to talk to him. And then you're like, why didn't you pick? And my response would be, I was enjoying my phone ring. I like the ringtone. I was very nonchalant about relationships. Like, so it took grace, prayers from his end, and probably my mom, because I'm the only daughter, to come off that mindset. So the first thing is to love myself. If I don't love myself, I will enter relationships that would hurt me, and then the negative perspective about marriage will be my reality, and then I'll be part of the people that say, yes, marriage is this, marriage is that, or dating is this, men are scum and that. So I had to love myself first. And this brings me to another practical example. I didn't love myself at some point in my uni days, and I ended up being in a relationship with a drug addict. I didn't love myself enough to say, oh, this isn't good for me. I thought that, well, I deserve to be in this relationship. Do you get? So that Nancy Velpet, I read her book, and that made me to break up with this person that I was with. I had to tell myself, no, God loves me. He died for me. I am loved, well, by home and by my Father in heaven. So I deserve better than this. And that, yes, I had to leave. So love yourself first.
Okay, so two-factor authentication. You're loved by God, you're loved by family, you're loved by us at HOC, by the way. So three-factor authentication. So Mr. Olaoye, I'd also just like you to shed more light on how you do not how do you not internalize the bad things that society keeps shoving in your faces? Netflix does, social media does.
Okay, so I would like to start from the societal influence part. I believe the society doesn't really change how we look or how we talk. It also shapes our definition of love, actually. Now, this is it. We live in a broken world. Of course, you would agree with me. And of course, a broken world and society would promote a broken version of love. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Now, so if we all agree that we are in a broken world, I mean a broken society, so that is to say that the kind of love version that the society will bring to us will be broken as well, and of course there will be fault in it. Now, you can imagine that most of what we do in relationship today have been influenced by what we see, what we watch, what we hear people say. I mean, what they speak, not what it should actually be in the real sense. Now, many of us, we watch movies, yes, we see things on the movies, we listen to speakers calling themselves professionals in relationship talks and all of that. I believe there is no professional in relationship talk. That's the truth. Because most of these people you see speak online, just look at their life. I mean, just check, go do background check on them and you will see that they're actually in the streets. I'm actually speaking from the single point of view. Because someone like me, of course, we are in the streets and we know how things are done. Yes, definitely. And of course, I would tell you, I will be very sincere. We're on the altar here, so we have to be very sincere with ourselves. Yes, now, imagine you dating someone, and of course, the person believes that if you're not posting her, then you are not in love with her. Oh, okay, maybe that's so simple. Now, imagine. Okay, why can't I post the person? We have different, I believe we all have different personality, we have different views, and we have different ways we do things. You understand it? Now, me posting you does not literally mean I actually love you. I can post you from today to tomorrow, and I have no iota of love for you. Exactly. In fact, I can post you, and I'll still be the only one seeing the picture. I mean, yes, I can post you. That's the truth. No.
Sorry, we have that feature on WhatsApp. Do you know?
Exactly. I can post
I will
you.
post you. Only you will see it,
So I hope you are not speaking from
and I will say
experience.
everything that will make your head swell.
And also, they believe that if a relationship is not loud, then it is not a relationship. Do I need to be loud about it before you know I'm actually in love with you? Like something like that.
But
I don't know if you understand.
Love,
I mean, loud.
love will make you
Okay.
try to meet your partner halfway, because
Of
you know
course.
this is what makes them happy, and their happiness is your paramount duty.
Good. So,
Vice versa.
okay.
Exactly.
I get that as a point. But now, are you saying that to validate that love, like we have to be really loud? I mean, like
Okay,
loud.
so a remedy
Yeah.
to the situation. It doesn't now have to be every time. You can pick probably specific special dates and then post. I'm very sure. See, sometimes when we ladies, I'm speaking from the perspective of a lady now, probably to help you see it differently. When we complain about things, it's not just because we want you to take a 360 to the situation, like take a complete different change or a different personality situation. Sometimes it is just the intent of wanting to that solves half of the problem. Trying, making efforts. So if you say, oh, I've been the kind of person that over the years I've not been posting actively on my status, and I would like it to remain that way, but this is what I can do. On special days, I'll post on my status.
Now,
All right,
sorry, please.
Okay.
Let me just chip in this.
Okay.
I am not totally against the fact that you have to do certain things. I mean, to make it to add spice to your relationship, but that shouldn't be the basis of that relationship.
Of course,
Of
no, it's not going to be the basis.
Good. You know, when you talk about healthy love, I believe healthy love is not always performative. You understand that point? It is not always performative. So it is often private and what? And peaceful. If you read the book of Romans chapter 12 verse 2, let someone read that for us, please. Romans chapter 12 verse 2. Then you'd see what the Bible says about making conformation to the things of the world. I mean,
So, do I read?
Yeah.
So Romans 12 verse 2, it says, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God.
And this will be my conclusion, actually. Do not conform to the things of the world. Because the world will bring it to you as if it is actually legit, I mean legally. But of course, these are not things that you should base your relationship on. Over the years, these are things that I've actually come to the realization that if you continue to live and base your relationship life on these basic principles, it will fall short.
All right. Thank you so much. Yeah, I was about asking you that what are then other sacrifices that you make in a relationship, to show that you love her if you are not posting her actually. But we can answer that later. So a question I want to ask right now, I want to put it to my married brother here. All right. We live in a world whereby loyalty is a thing of the past. What is your idea about loyalty? Let me give a scenario. You hear people in love, you hear people in relationship, they say, from the woman angle, from the lady, she might tell the guy, there are other guys outside, they are actively buzzing my line. They are full in my DM. Because of what these things that are doing. I don't know if you get that scenario. And with time, we say that loyalty is becoming a thing of the past. And you see people jumping from one relationship to another to another. So what is your perspective about loyalty?
All right. So I would say first, let us remove our mind from. Don't let us believe that loyalty is a thing of the past. If loyalty is a thing of the past, we won't have either Tuko and Mommy telling us 34 years here. And mind you, loyalty is integrity. If we are talking about loyalty, we are talking about integrity, being truthful at all times, being open to each other. And I think one of the issues we are having now is, do you know that if you open your phone in the morning and the first post is you see is one man did this to his wife, blah 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 blah, you scrolled. This next one, the algorithm will keep bringing that thing to you, and the more you stay on that, the more you get your mind polluted, and that is why we find ourselves where we are now. Instead of staying on that which is righteous, on that which uplifts God. And that is why anytime I hear a lady say, men has come, I just smile. So if any lady in this church says men has come, then I will just say, that means your pastor is a scum too. Pastor Agbojo Abi. Exactly. So now you say no go there, but when you want to say, you say all men are scum, or you say men are scum. The word some is actually in existence for a reason. So if Pastor Agbojo is not a scum, that means some men are scum, not all men are scum. Are you trying to say, sorry, Eda, are you trying to say, Eda Tuko, you are a scum? When you say all men are scum. So, and we now run with that narrative. You now go, that is what my friend Fiancé did to her, and I don't want you to calm down. Have you studied the person you are dating first? So you now live without resentment. You have this repressed anger and every other thing. You now gather it around. You now you are molding like a fence around you. You don't want your heart to be broken. At the end of the day, you will become miserable because these things will start reflecting in your attitude, in the way you relate with people. Have I been able to answer your question?
Yes, I think.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. I'm still on the married people. I'm going to Mrs. Adedoyin now and thinking we're talking about conflict, especially when, I mean, you've actually been hurt. It's not as if you are overreacting. This person upsets you. How do you balance expressing your displeasure such that they understand that, this thing actually pain you, with being kind and showing that despite I'm angry with you, but I actually still love you? So how do you balance that, especially, I mean, when conflicts come up in marriage?
Okay, so of course, in marriages, conflicts are bound to happen, definitely. They call it crisis, right? Like, so every home will always face a crisis at one point or the other. Now, what makes a difference is how the crisis is being handled. I'm trying to look for a very practical example that will not also come off as oversharing, right? So, let me use the scenario that we were deliberating on earlier. So, as your woman, I have always been that lady. I dress nice. I like looking good. So, as much as some people will term fashion as a thing of lust, it's also therapeutic for some people. When you stand in front of your mirror and you just look good, I look good. That kind of feeling. It helps people, some people, mentality helps them deal and move on with their day. Now, I am conscious of myself. I am a lady that is conscious of myself. I like taking pictures of myself. Now, I am with a partner that does not like to post me. Now, it creates a question in me. Am I not good enough? Is something wrong with my outfit? Doesn't he find me attractive? What's going on? What's wrong? Now, these are the questions in our mind. Given the fact that on your end, you see it as, oh, it's something that I don't really fancy, something that grown with technology, it's not my thing. This wouldn't qualify the love I have for you. You know I love you. But on the other hand, this is what makes meaning to her. Now, how do you balance this crisis? Because this situation could blow out to become something really serious. Now, she's in the house, she's cranky, she's giving you attitude, you're wondering what is going on, and you're like, this woman is so feisty, over words. It's pent up anger. Now, how do you treat this? How do you resolve conflict? Earlier, I said, you have to communicate. It is difficult. Practically speaking, I'm still practicing how to communicate properly. As a firstborn, when I have misunderstanding, I dish out orders to my younger ones. I don't even get bruised by nature. Like, I am the one that causes the, anger or the rifle between my younger ones. I don't feel offended. Now, imagine being with somebody that is a proper man that does not even talk too much. He's not a talking person. He says one thing and that's the summary of all what he has to say on that situation. Now, these are the questions. Now, going back to the scenario, these are the questions in her head. Doesn't she find me attractive? It is up to you to make her feel okay. If you love someone, you don't want to leave them guessing. You don't want to leave them wondering. You don't want to leave them having questions in their mind. You don't want to leave them unattended to. You don't want to. It's just, when I had my son, it unlocked a different level of love. I don't compromise. I'm as much as playful as I might come off, I can be very stern. See, if you love someone, you will go the extra mile to show it. You will go that extra mile.
All right.
To make it work.
Sorry.
Sorry
Miss
for taking
Busayo,
too
I want to now put. Sorry, we are going to come back to that. I want to put the singles, and you are going to answer it also on the spot right now. Talking about going the extra mile, and we are talking about healthy relationships, healthy love. God is the foundation of the healthy love. We talked about 3 P's. These things are going on in the relationship. But then, they said the devil is a what? Is a roaring lion looking for who to devour. The devil is looking at your relationship going on very smoothly. He just, breathes into the situation and then creates a scenario. Going the extra mile, are there things that we should forgive and not forgive in a healthy relationship?
So I can wrap it up. Then I promise to keep my answers short. So, if I would answer that, sorry, what's the question again?
Going the extra.
Extra
Okay,
mile.
the question
I just want to
is
be
kind
sure.
of deep or what? Okay.
Yeah. So when you say what is that extra mile, yes? When you love someone, you love wholeheartedly. When people say, oh, when you meet somebody, pray and all that. Yes, you pray. Not all of us will receive valid answers or vivid answers rather, and say where you see an angel in your dream and say, yes, this is the man for you. I didn't hear that, but you will feel it. You just know that this person gives you peace. when I'm around this person, I'm myself. I don't feel the need to pretend. I don't feel the need to, I'm free. So when you say, can I go the extra mile for that person? I can. Can I forgive anything? It is not now a free voucher to go ahead and do whatever it is that he please because, I have a woman that I know will forgive me. But I will forgive. Because at this point, as a married person, we have exchanged our vow for better, for worse. What cannot be classified underneath worse? If I say for better, for worse, it will be difficult. It will be hard. We might need time to go over it. It might take months to walk through, but we will walk through it. I will go that extra mile to try and see. I will definitely make sure that I'm expending all my level of tolerance on that situation. Make sure that I'm expending all my level. Okay, I'll keep it short, yeah. I'll definitely go the extra mile because I love this person and it is not transactional. I'm not forgiving you on this sin you've committed or this fall you've made because I want you to forgive me when my own fall comes. What I need from you when my own fall comes is just for me to know that I have somebody that I can hold hands with and not be ashamed to say, I messed up, babe. What do we do? That's the kind of person you want to be in a relationship with for the single ones, not somebody that, like Pastor said, you're not even free with, you're not even comfortable with. I'll just end it there so that I don't take too much of time.
All right, so I'll just ask Miss Adesha at this. You were speaking about you finding out you had to relearn some things and projecting previous hurts. So if you're trying to be with somebody new or you've come out of a past relationship and you have some leftover trauma, as it were, how do you know it's time, you are ready, or you've learned enough, or is there a timeline? After 3 months, 3 months is the gold standard. And in line with that, how many, as the person on the receiving end now of your trauma, how do you balance wanting to love somebody, accommodate and all of that, with ignoring too many red flags? Is that how many red flags are too many? That's the question.
Okay, so there was no time limit for me. When I told myself that I didn't want to be in any relationship, but I did not give myself a particular time. I was actually as long as it would take. Pastor said 4.5 years. Well, I was thinking, as long as it takes, there was no timeline for me. So how did I know that I was ready to enter another one? I knew because, okay, let me be practical because I don't know how to talk without bringing practicality. Okay, so it was constant, yes, and with what I knew love was, or the perspective, the mindset I had is off and on. Okay, when I need you, I'll call you, kind of thing. So this particular person was consistent and constant. The first time, I like you, I want to date you, I'm not ready, bye bye. The second time, I like you, I'm really serious with you, I said I am not ready. One day he called by 2 a.m. I was like, I really want to know what I am doing. Should I keep on pursuing, or is it that you don't see me at all in your future, or you're using me to play? And then I'm like, it is 2 a.m. I'll talk to you when I wake up fully. I ended the call. And then I woke up, I went to meet my friend. Yes, be with people of like minds, be with good people, be with Christian sisters and brothers, good influence. I went to meet my circle of friends, which those were spiritual, let us pray kind of persons. So I told them, okay, this is the situation. I'm not really sure about this person. Is a God-fearing person, blah, 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 blah. Should I say yes? Should I say, I meant to give him an answer today. And they were like, okay, why do you like this person? They started asking me questions, and I saw myself answering, saw myself smiling. And so I was like, they were like, you have your answer, Sha. Whatever you are afraid of, fight it with this person. Talk about this with this person. So I went to meet him later. I was like, with the question, yeah. He was like, no, don't bother to ask, don't bother to answer. I know it's fine. I should not have. It's like, wait, oh guy, do you want to get the answer? You don't want to get the answer. so so that was it. I just knew with the energy, the intentional effort that I was giving. It wasn't off and on as I knew love was then. And then, sorry, what's your next question? How many red flags? See, it is red, it is red. It is not blue, it is not pink. Don't try to paint it another color. It is red. Red flags. When I said love myself, I had to give myself clear boundaries because the initial relationship I was in, there was no boundary, there was no clear boundary. So when it was blurring the lines, I didn't even know it was blurring the lines because I didn't set boundaries for myself, right? So once you set boundaries with this person and the person keeps on blurring the lines, that's a red flag that you need to leave. It means that person does not respect you to keep to that boundary. So if he cheats on you, if he disrespects you with words, if he disrespects you with actions, if he treats you anyhow, leave. Don't try to say, oh, love will change him. His mother loves him and he has not changed. He will not change because of you. So just don't ignore the red flags. Once you see a red flag and you have had that conversation with him, you have let him know this is what you're doing that I do not like and I need you to stop. And he keeps on doing it, then that's your cue to leave.
All right.
All right. So she mentioned red flag. We always mention red flag. We have red atmosphere. Yes. Red banner. As in red banner, as big as a campaign banner. Not just a flag. But oftentimes we don't pay attention to them. I've been a victim. Like someone coming from a different from a relationship. Okay, this particular relationship, their parents said they cannot date each other because this town does not marry this town, voila. And along the line, I never knew all those times we started. Do you know that the red flags were there, but I was like, we can make it work. Maybe she can change. Sometimes I would complain. In fact, there was a day I complained that, see, I've gotten to a stage whereby instead of calling you to tell you what I'm passing through. Now, that period I was in Lagos, I was working in a company, 5 months, no salary. We know how Lagos could be. I was literally running mad. Like, I was no salary, nothing. And we know Lagos stress now. And I called her. Hey, I'm not feeling like calling my female friends to tell, as in to just to talk to someone. You are not there. As in for me to open up to say, I grew up among boys. And the way they trained me, kiniko, I will change. As I kept until she now did the crown. Let me know. As she now puts icing on that cake. And that icing, not even icing sugar now. Not even buttercream, you can just swipe now. She did fondant.
All right. I think that's how you know the husband of a baker. All right. Yeah. All right. So, do we have time?
That we're about to wrap this up, and I just want to say this to the singles.
Just 50 seconds.
It does not have to be rich. It does not have to be wealthy. It just has to have something is working towards and that you believe in. I could go into details, but I'll just drop that. It doesn't have to be that wealthy. You just know that this person can take care of me. And from that, there's little they can give you inside. The excuse is not, oh, this is not enough. I don't just have much. I would have given you. I would love to do for you. Red flag. I have just 3K with me, babe. But I can give you 1K. I would have given you 1.5, but this 3K, if I give you 1.5, I want to do this, but I can spare you this. Take this, please manage it. That is
Yes.
When that person has a lot, he will take good care of you. I met my husband, I was earning more than my husband when we were dating. But I just knew he was a kind person. This is somebody that I never asked for anything. I'll come to his house and just stock his fridge with drinks and just go back to my place. I cook for fun. If I like, it's my love language. I will cook for you. I will cook just not because it's just because it's what I do naturally. I will cook, put in the fridge, buy drinks, put in his fridge, go back to my own apartment. But this is somebody that when they pay him data, he will buy me data. He will send me that 5K. He never defaulted. I was doing real estate. I was doing real estate then. I earned a lot. I was comfortable. But the fact that, and I was seeing other people too, but I look forward to always wanting to talk with him. When I'm stressed at work, when I'm facing some kind of situation, I feel comfortable calling him on the phone. That person that we share out of that little is the person you should be with.
All right.
That person, for emphasis sake, that person that we share out of their little, we definitely share with you when they have a lot.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ma. Like, we really appreciate. I think that shows intentionality. Like, we should all try to be intentional about anyone we are in a relationship with. I think I would love a lady to, come to my apartment, stock up my food. All right, so that's on the light note.
Have you sent her money for data?
Definitely, I will send it. All right, so I think our time is up already. And talking about love, there is no time. Like, time is not always enough. We can go on and on and on, but we don't want to be selfish here. We've been having the conversation just here, and I see people in the audience, shaking their head, and so it's time to take questions from the audience. We are going to be taking few questions, just 2 questions. And those questions, I would like you to please just direct it to one of our panelists here, those questions. So just one, and the second one. Who is asking the second question? All right, 2. Thank you. Oh, all right. Yeah, they said gender balance. We have a lady, so 2 ladies. So let's take another guy. Is any guy having a question?
You people should ask about whether you will post your girlfriend or not, Any men?
Okay, thank you. All right, so the first person.
Mrs. Busayo, and it is about you saying that. Now, I want to ask that: is everything truly forgivable? You said that you'd forgive anything, but I want to take it to the aspect of what if this person commits a crime? Are you going to forgive, your now husband or wife if they committed a crime? And if you're the only one that knows about it, are you compelled to give them up to the law? This could be theft, robbery, murder, or child molestation and stuff.
Cute for me. Okay, so take a question.
So, second person can come ask their question. We take all the questions together.
My own is the question, or I'm siding my fellow single ladies. Okay, my question is to Lady B. Sorry, Mrs. Adedoyin. You said it's about money. You said we can manage little with our man. But do you know that men of nowadays are not ready to even settle for ladies? Okay. Most, let's say all, are not even ready to settle for a lady that is not even up to their own stand. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? that is not even up to their, you that you are saying we should settle for them when they don't have anything or when they have little. Can they even settle for us when we are even struggling, when we don't even have anything? Can they settle for us? The fact is that most guys, it's not that they do not see girls that they love, but it's because the girls are not even up to their standard financially. So they would rather go for a lady that is okay financially with them. But you are saying we should settle for them, we should manage. Okay, but shall answer that part.
All right, the third question.
Since single men are not talking, I think I want to I just want to ask question on, I think men, the pressure on young men to financially satisfy some women are crazy. I went to Lautech, so you are in competition with fraudsters. So you have to understand that. You have to understand that aspect. So when you are talking about finance, how women, we are in church, so I think women look up to marry. So how, as a man, you are just starting your life, you are expecting a man to do what probably your 30-year-old father that's been working for 30 years cannot do for you. How, as a man, do you want to balance, manage all these things? And in sincerity, most men here are using iPhone, and the cost of iPhone is even on the high side. How some young, and the cost of all these things. So, in a dating scenario, the financial aspect is very important. How would you not do more, or because now you are a lady of 23 looking up to date somebody like 28, when you have sugar daddies too that you are in competition with a lot of people. How financially can you stay within your boundaries so that you will not push men that like you, and when they see that they cannot, when you see the type of wigs on single ladies, you smile. You know. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. So I think question 2 and question 3 have some level of similarity. Okay, so I will start from the first question. Where is she? Okay, I'm trying to find her in the audience. She's not in. Okay, so I will take the monetary question first. So the second question and third one sound alike or have some level of similarities. So the first question will be, how do you identify a potential stable financial man? Don't mind the too many words, but you get what I'm trying to explain now. It could be difficult, right? But you just know that this person will try their best at every point in time. I'm not saying the men in a house should go and be in debt or be soaked in debt because you want to impress a lady. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that you genuinely know that when you are in a fix, this person does not mind sharing what they have with you. I mean, this is me today. Since I gave birth, I've not worked. And I will still buy new shoes. I will still see a cloth I like. I will still get it. I see a hair I like. I will still get it. It's my husband's money. But there was a time that it was me, like I said, you need to put a picture in between this. I was the firstborn. I am used to providing for myself. I am used to providing. So it was easy for me to take care of myself. I want us to put that in mind so that we have a full perspective into it. It was easy for me to provide. Don't go and pick a last born and say, because this Busayo said this is what every woman's standard should be. if you pick my baby sister at the back there, she's a spender. I need you to put all these dynamics into reality. She is a spend. If she stands up and she uses an iPhone 17, she's a spender. She spends our money. So you cannot pick a last born and expect that level of devotion or that level of responsibility. Always try to understand the dynamics of your relationship. I think that will solve that. Now, for the how much can I forgive? Can I forgive crime? I'm asking your question now. Can I forgive crime? Say he killed somebody. Now, mind you, when I made that statement, I said we have exchanged a vow. We are now husband and wife. Or let me say, correct that. We are now husband and wife. We are now one. Nobody should tender this in the courts in the future. I will deny it. But then, he's my husband. What has happened? If he has killed somebody, we reject it in Jesus' name. He wouldn't even, because look at him now. Can he kill somebody? Look at him standing there. Can he kill somebody? Doesn't he like I can kill somebody? He cannot kill. No. So, like she said, it's a question that speaks to moral. And these are the parts where you need to be focused on. Do I know this person enough that when it comes to certain crossroads, they will make morally standard decisions? My husband will make morally standard decisions when it comes to a crossroad. So I am very sure I will not be called any day to defend any of his crimes or anything like that. But always make sure that whoever that you are settling with or whoever that you are planning to marry has a high standard of moral. And that's where I would wrap it on. Thank you.
So maybe by the time I drop the mic, lawyer can talk about what can be forgiven. I can forgive you, but Nigerian Constitution will not forgive you. So, and that is why the first thing we should do is, he has shown the old man what is true. And what does the law requires from you? Finish it yourself. Just do what is right. Now, talking about, I think the finance aspect, the first mistake I know guys make is to try to impress a lady. Why don't you just be yourself? Let her know what I am. In fact, my dad always says this, that like, "Eyan king fuye kolon wuwo." As in, you cannot be like maybe on a very low level and be carrying yourself. Now, forget about branding, like brand yourself, carry yourself, wear good clothes. We are not talking about branding now this time around. You have to be real. And if you are not real, then whatever you see after, you face it. Let me share from personal experience. Now, when we got married, we had nothing. We were running our masters together then. She was doing her masters, I was doing mine. But we were okay. It got to that stage, and I was like, okay, I can get married. Let's get married. Now, I was still under a boss in the media industry. Okay. And she when we met, she was doing Empower teacher, right? Now, later there was no job. Then she started doing one contract work with Nigeria Bureau of Statistics once in a while. Okay. But the bottom line is we had nothing. My brother, Smog, can bear me witness, and some of us here. The first time Smog came to my house, if not that he's someone I respect and I like, I wouldn't have allowed him to come. When he said he couldn't make our wedding, he said he would come. So when he came, it was only one chair in our sitting room. Okay? So he just sat there, my editing table. But I think the Akinlolu has been with us along the way. Yeah, they know us very well. So if you want to get it right too, you can ask them about things. I'm always happy that we have them with us. Because Tanti was like, Abru, me, Abru. So now, but today, I know she saw something like, okay, this guy is not lazy. He's running his, and in fact, let me say, the point I used to win the father in a way was like, oh, he's serious, he's doing his master's. Sure, you get. Now, but if you go to that same sitting room today, if we have visitors, I will put mat on the bed, on the floor. Why the single chair? The chair is not cushion chair or something like this. You have to see. But today, if you want to sleep on 3-seater, you will sleep. You will have 24 hours light. And if you want to download 200 gig file, you have unlimited Wi-Fi. So now, this is not to, but this is something. Know yourself, know where you are going. The process is what ladies and guys want to skip these days. Mm-hmm. And when you skip it, you run into problems. It's just like solving mathematics. Wuru, wuru, wuru to the answer. And when your lecturer decides to mark each steps, voila, they. So they won't just do it. It was primary school that they will look at, 22, they will mark it. But now, it has gotten to that stage where each step is marked. Now, we did logic. I studied philosophy, so we did logic back in school. In fact, let us not go into that. So, and let me just bring this in as the last one. Please, I notice many ladies, the issue now is 50-50. We do 50, I do 50. Mind you, when our parents started, the way the entire thing was then, it gave the men more freedom to move. No, we never had this modernization like that. So women, in fact, if you say you want to travel to another town, don't go, this and that, men were the ones going. But now you can sit in the comfort of your home to make money. Am I making sense? Now, in fact, it is no longer the days of the father provides all. Now, I'm not saying men should not provide all, so that we won't just do this cut and join and put it out there. Bakari said men, but this is it. Okay, this is it. When we were doing counseling, pastor asked me, how do your finances, how would you want to do it? I was like, it is my intention to care for my home 100%. And he said, okay. But he now said, but Emmanuel, má para ẹ, jẹ́ kí ìyàwó ẹ ràn ẹ́ lọ́wọ́. I was like, okay. Now, he said, Emmanuel, don't kill yourself. Allow your wife to help you. And I've seen families around that the wives helps, but you won't even know outside. It depends. So if the foundation is destroyed, what can the righteous do is the problem. Now, he now said, if you say, you bring your 50, you bring your 50, 50-50, that means you have 100 in the house. I will keep my own, the other 50 somewhere. That, what happens to money you don't invest? Inflation catches with it and blah, 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 blah. Sure you get. But, okay. Now, he now said, why don't you bring your 100? She brings 100. You have 200% in the house. And both of you from there, you will grow. In fact, my wife called me and talked about something. Recently, I was like, woman is very much lemilere. Now, this lemilere I'm talking about is like little investment of a thing. So we run, I'm still owing her 28K as at this minute. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm still owing her money. To just tell you that she comes in to help, and when I have a return, see, no matter how rich you are, there will always be a downtime. I did an interview with Mommy Tuko during my MSc. It was a program we were asked to go to business owners. She told me, she mentioned how daddy invested, the thing crumbled, daddy invested again because he trusted her, he trusted the process. And for the past 2 years or so, Mommy, we've been eating rice from their farm. It has finished now, we want to buy another one. So, see, he has shown the no man what is good. Please, we should let our head be correct.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you to all our panelists. I would say the married people already gave their closing remarks, so we'll just take 10-second closing remarks from Star Olaoye and.
Thank you very much. I've actually really learned a lot today. Yeah, I've learned a lot from the married couples and, of course, from the singles too. Yeah, and I'll just close with this. Before you get into a relationship, make sure you have a relationship with God, because if God is not present in your life, you will get it wrong. You see, that's one thing I've realized. Many of us, we go into relationship and we have no relationship with God. There's no way you can make a relationship work if you don't have a very close relationship with God, because you can't get it right. You would always engage in one conflict or the other. So have a relationship with God first, then it will guide and direct your ways, and then you will get it right.
Thank you very much, sir. Mr. Adeshawa, please.
I would say love with purpose. Loving with purpose, loving to build, loving to grow together is more sustainable than just material things. And if you're broken, focus on your healing journey before you move into any relationship. Love yourself first before you love another person. That will help.
Thank you very much. Please let's give a round of applause to all members of the panelists and a round of applause to the audience too. Thank you very much. You can take us.